Welcome to the post-game interview, Rebel fans. We're going to sit here for a few minutes with Luke Tarver, sophomore running back and middle linebacker. Luke, tough night.
Yes, sir.
It's never good to lose, especially a home opener after all the success we've had. Tell us a little bit about your perspective from the game from the defensive side of the ball.
Well, I think we played decent defense the most. We just had a couple mishaps and bad plays, and they never really drove the ball on us. They just made a couple big long runs. And
I would agree with you, and I wanted to ask you from a defensive mindset. It looked like their quarterback just did not make a mistake all night long. Would you agree with that? Or
yeah, he had good reads. He was reading the ball. He was reading it very good. And they had a pretty good size running back, and he was pretty quick. And they were a good team.
They are a good team, and I think that's the one thing. And we talked about this with our audience and together. It's tough to lose, but what you guys are going to do now, you're going to come to practice. You're going to go to film room. You're going to learn from your mistakes, and you're going to come back and play the next one.
That's right.
And that's exactly how you're going to do it. We wanted to talk with you tonight. We think you're showing some great leadership out there on the field. You know, when you're down that far and you're still hitting people, it sends a message to your teammates. It sends a message to the fans, and it says we're not going to quit.
Yes, sir. We're not raised to quit. We've never quit. We just don't.
That's outstanding.
Yes, sir.
Now, from an offensive standpoint, did you feel like Lee Scott was just jamming the line of scrimmage? There were a lot of hats around the ball every time you ran a play.
I feel like they did. They really stacked up the inside. They stacked it up. I think since we have lost our quarterbacks, they think we're just going to run the ball. And with Gavin, he's a good-sized kid.
Right.
And I think they just thought we were going to run the ball, so they stacked up, and they got right.
Well, they had great pursuit speed, and that's a sign of a really good team. And the thing that I noticed, there were several plays that there would be one deep back, and there are 10 guys within 5 yards of the offensive ball line. So that's, in my mind, stacking the line. It's really tough.
Yes, it was. It's hard to even pass when you have that much pressure on the quarterback, and it's very hard when you have that many people stacked up rushing.
Well, we appreciate your effort. We appreciate you spending time with us, being away from your teammates, and I thank you for that. Good luck next week. Just keep playing hard.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rebel fans, we're back again with Gavin Knight tonight. Gavin is a senior running back, linebacker. Gavin, I know it's a tough night. Played hard. I think the entire team played hard, but you played a very tough team.
Yes, sir.
Tell me your feelings about it from an offensive standpoint. What did you sense early on in the game, and did the same trends just continue all the way through?
I mean, I thought we did pretty good. It was just always like they had pretty much 11 guys in the box. So, I mean, when you have 11 guys in the box, you can only block so many people.
Right.
So, you know, it was always a shoelace tackle away from a touchdown.
Right. Well, there are several plays that I thought could have turned. Yeah. Early on in the game, we didn't get the first down. That was a big momentum shift. Lee Scott was able to jam the line. I mean, Chester and I talked about it in the broadcast. Most of the night, they had 10 men within 5 yards of the ball, and one guy back. And I know as a running back, that makes it really tough. From a defensive standpoint, I was talking to Luke earlier. It looks like their quarterback executed almost perfect all night long. Would you agree with that?
Yes,
Okay. What else about their offense? Did anything surprise you?
How they were able to push us around. That's about it.
It looked like to me that their interior blocking really was successful. I mean, you guys were facing guys coming through the line from the linebacker position. You weren't just seeing the back coming through the hole.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, listen, we know it's a tough night. We know it's a tough loss. What I want to say to all you guys, and especially you, is look, you're a hard-nosed athlete. All you can do is go to practice, watch the film, and come back next week and play hard. That's all you can do. And I know you'll do that. So good luck next week.
Yes,
we appreciate your time.
I appreciate it.
Rebel fans, we're here tonight with Coach Jason Allen. Coach, tough night. It's obviously not the way we wanted the game to turn out. Give us your kind of feedback on how things started, progressed, and then just kind of got out of hand.
Yeah, you know, we wanted the ball first. You know, we felt like that we were hoping we were able to run the ball at them. We went 3 downs. I think we got about a half yard short on on third down, so it was 4.5 yards, and you know, that's just kind of our style. We went for it. We felt like we should get that every time, and they stuffed us right there and stuck it in, and then just kind of got downhill from there. I thought we rebounded. I thought we caught our second win there at the end of the first quarter early. We made a few stops. It was a 9. We held them 2 field goals. I think it was 12-0.
Right.
Getting late in the half, we still couldn't get anything going offensively at all. I think we crossed midfield once the first half, and then we get them 3rd and 10, and they bust a draw on us for about 70. That was really, I thought that was the straw that broke the camel's back, and just kind of put it out of reach for us. We came in at halftime looking to, we didn't make a whole lot of adjustments. We just felt like we were getting whipped. We got whipped some, and so we had to, we challenged the kids to come back out and see what we would get better at, because it's a long season.
Absolutely.
I think Lee Scott's got a really good football team.
I think Lee Scott is a very good football team. And I'll tell you this, just from the booth, Chester and I are talking about it, it looked like as we were not able to move the ball, they began to move up. They had 10 men really 5 yards off the line.
Yep.
They had 1 free safety.
Yep.
And I know that's really tough to put that many hats on people to get outside. And I think Lee Scott had great pursuit.
Yep. Very well coached. Yeah, they stacked the box, and we're going to see that all year. We got to figure out some ways to loosen people up. We got to do a better job throwing the football, and we could change up some formations and things like that. But bottom line, we didn't block well enough or tackle well enough to win the game.
Well, we said this during the broadcast. It's not the way you want to start the season. It's not the way you want to lose. But what you have to do is you have to come back to practice. You have to go to the next film session, and you play the next game.
Yeah.
And I think the great thing about what we saw tonight, and Chester and I certainly agree on this, your kids did not quit. Your kids were hitting in the fourth quarter and playing. And I think that's a winner.
Yeah, well, our kids are not going to quit. I mean, I hope if our program has gotten to that level, then I need to find another coach. There's a lot of proud kids in that locker room that won a lot of football games, and it's like I told them, nobody's going to feel sorry for us. We've given a lot of those out the last 7-8 years, and but our kids are hurting right now. Their pride's hurt, and it should hurt. And, I told him after the game, I said, sometimes this happens, and you got to roll your sleeves up, and you got to get back up the next morning and go to work, whether it's your job, your profession, it's ball or whatever, or if it's just life that's kicking you in the butt. Yeah. You can't lay down. And our team, I expect, will get better. We'll find out our leaders are. You find out who you are when adversity strikes, and so we'll go back and we'll get to work and we'll fix this thing.
I certainly believe that. We heard this from everybody who came into the booth tonight, from the 3 assistant coaches, from the film guys. Those guys remembered last year. Yeah. They wanted to make a statement, and they are a very good football team. They lost in the semis last year.
Yep.
And we, like you say, we have been on the other side of this many times. I know in a film session I asked you one night, what's it like to walk across to the other coach when you thrash them 42-0 or something like that? Mm-hmm. And you said, all you can say is, good job, coach, best of luck, and move on.
Absolutely. And everybody that watched the game saw what happened. I thought we got whooped in all 3 phases of the game, but it's not the end of the road. They're a AAA team. We're a AA team. Right. We still got some good football players, and we'll figure it out. We're not going to reinvent the wheel. We're not going to get desperate. We know how to win. We know what wins, right. And we've got to get better. We've got a standard that we got to get to. The shoe's a little bit on the opposite foot. They brought back 18 seniors this year. Right. We graduated 18, so we knew that was going to be a steep hurdle to overcome, and this team's going to get better as we go.
I asked Gavin and Luke, we brought in earlier, a question about the opposing quarterback, at least Scott. From my perspective, it looked like he executed almost perfect all night long. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. They didn't really put the game in his hands. They were able to run the football on us, and then we started tightening up some things on the edge, and they threw some bubble screens and some things that gave us problems. But, they didn't really throw the ball all over the field on us. They ran the football at us, and, when we fit and we played it right, we had success. Right. But we just played too undisciplined, and we did some things that just really hurt us, and we got gashed.
And you know, you're right. There were several plays that were really momentum changers and game changers. And I know you'll clean that up, and I know your kid's going to play hard. We look forward to next week. We want us to win, obviously, like you want us to win,
Yeah.
and we know the work is going to be put in. So good luck, Coach, and thank you for taking the time.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.